Good evening, Rockets fans. Today we're going to be talking about Rockets versus the Pelicans yesterday. First and foremost, I want to apologize. I had to take a small break. Let's call it the All-Star break as to why I wasn't making videos. But we're going to be right back to it like we never left. And hopefully there's no more breaks in this. We're going to get to a side note this game. And overall, we're going to commend the Rockets for breaking their losing streak. As we see here, we're going to see some changes in the starting lineup. And we're going to talk about the benefits to each starting lineup that we have. So let's get right into it. In the first quarter, Amen Thompson, as we talked about before with the starting lineup, Amen Thompson has been inserted into the starting lineup to replace Jabari Smith Jr. This is one of those decisions where it's a tough day to be a coach because Jabari brings so many things to the table that's intangible. Jabari brings shooting. Jabari brings size, versatility. And while Amen is deserving of a starting spot, we're sacrificing size when we decide to put Amen in the starting lineup. Amen is going to be traditionally a point guard, and we have him now at the 4 position. 6'7" guard that can handle the ball, very versatile piece. Not saying that he's not deserving, he is. But let's see how this works out for us. But Amen Thompson, welcome to the starting lineup with a "that man has a family" moment. This guy can jump out of the gym, and eventually when we get to the guard lineup with Jalen Green and Amen Thompson, we probably are going to have one of the most athletic backcourts in the history of the NBA because both of those guys can jump out of the gym. Second quarter, we got back into this game with ball movement, and that's what I've been telling the team, that we have to get back to what makes us great. Ball movement, playing for one another, getting back to our mindset. Sometimes you, sometimes me, always us. And just having an unselfish attitude. That's what's going to take us far. We got back to that. Unfortunately, it was against one of the weaker teams in the NBA. The Pelicans are not doing well in the standings. We play them tonight as well. Hopefully we can get a win. But we have to start playing well against some of these better teams. We are falling fast, free falling, so to speak. And it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. What I will say is it's a crack in our foundation that we need to fix rapidly, expeditiously. A crack in our foundation. Seem like we still struggle with the zone. We having a better ways of attacking it. See Jalen Green take some good shots against our zone. I see Şengün sometimes being overzealous when it comes to his ball handling ability. But the guys that are around him, that are on the floor with him at the same time, you have to make that first pass a lot smaller. You can't have the man that's open, the go-to pass, be across the court. That's easily picked off. That's easily able to be made up for. And it's a difficult pass to make over 2 people. So let that first pass be to the wing. Let that first pass be along the baseline. Let that first pass be somewhere where it's easier for Alfred Şengün, who's already a good passer, to make an excellent pass and make it to the next person to the next person closest to him rather than the furthest person away from him. Because that just spells a recipe for a lot of turnovers. Player of the game, Amen Thompson. And what's for the birds today is our consistent basketball play. We're playing great against the worst teams in the NBA, but when the playoffs come around, we're not going to be playing against these teams anymore. It's going to be teams that are no longer beating themselves that we need to play great against. And we're not consistent against the good team. We have some great wins. And sometimes we just got to go back to, I think what the recipe is that we just go back to some of the great games that we've played, games against Boston, games. What was a good game? Boston one stands out to me, that game winner that Amen Thompson had. But just to see the play that we had, the ball movement, the chemistry, how we looked as a team. We just got to go back to reference some of that sometimes, man, and just dig in our memory bank and being able to find what makes us scary as a team and as an organization. I spelled out what the foundation of our team is, but we have to start applying it. Knowledge is nothing without application. But again, we won this game because of ball movement. Let's get back to playing our brand of basketball. We have another opportunity in order to beat the Pelicans tonight, getting into the win column, getting some consistent basketball play. And if we can do that, I'm sure that we can get to where we need to be. But as of right now, we're middle of the pack, a mediocre basketball club, still in a position to accomplish our goal for the year. But things are not looking good in this point of the season for us. We just had this All-Star break. We were just able to step away from basketball. This should not be that hard in order for us to get back on track. Summer and there's still more basketball to play. Got to be focused. Got to get our level of attention up. And I mean, I'm not sure if it's just that we just need hard practices. I'm not sure if the guys just have decided to chalk it up for the season and are just coasting at this point. But it's getting unacceptable, man. Shout out to Dylan Brooks, though, because Dylan Brooks has been playing the best basketball I've ever seen this guy play. This guy's playing out otherworldly. And it is showing more and more that we are needing our Fred VanVleets of the world, because he brings that veteran leadership. He's going to get and talk to the guys, leading by example, and it's a lot of young pieces on our team that just seem that they just can't put it together when it's needed. I need our better players to step up, Şengün, Jalen Green, and start getting into these guys behind closed doors, of course. Some of our veterans, it's time to step up and let's kick it into gear, man. Seriously. Peace, y'all.
I'm famous, ooh, I'm famous.